we will now move to the topics of this press conference. Allow me to give a few comments on semester autumn package. I want to first emphasize a novelty in this package, the human capital recommendation. It's for the first time that we are proposing an EU27 human capital recommendation, which makes a very direct connection between how we invest in skills, education, and competitiveness. Of course, with the competitiveness compass, we could all see that one of the key enablers is investing in talent, in human capital. Also, in the Union of Skills, our strategy to boost skills in Europe, we mentioned that we would launch this tool, and now it is part of the semester. And it is important to mention that is not a bureaucratic exercise, but it's an important and powerful tool that will place education and skills at the center of our political work. It will go not only on the desks of ministers of education, but also of prime ministers, ministers of finance, ministers of labor, making it truly central to our efforts to make Europe's economy stronger, more agile, and again, more competitive. The way that we use this recommendation is a systemic approach, looking at the shortages of skills that we have across Europe. So it's a topic that does not stop at the borders of member states. It is a truly European topic, because if we are discussing about value chains, about our economy having strategic autonomy for several sectors, starting from raw materials to finite product. We are looking at how to boost our capital investments, our technologies, but we also need to look at how we work together, member states, to be able to tackle the skill shortages and supply the talent that these value chains and our European economy needs. So this year's the first human capital recommendation tackles 6 topics, I would say, but I would mention mainly what they are about. First, identifying the shortage of skills in strategic sectors for our competitiveness. So this regards, of course, sectors such as IT, AI, clean technologies, decarbonization, bioeconomy, cybersecurity, defense. I just give you some examples that are relevant across Europe. And so this is one of the recommendations that we put in the document. We are also looking at another important topic, reversing the negative trends on basic skills. We see that basic skills such as literacy, numeracy, math operations, digital science are going slowly down. So these are deteriorating for our young generation. We are addressing a recommendation to member states to address this foundational issue, because without it we cannot hope to be able to prepare our generations, for example, for the AI transformation and challenge. We are also addressing STEM challenges, because most of our industries, most of our competitiveness drive is related to STEM-related jobs, and so we need a lot more attention to our STEM education, to our STEM teachers. So part of the recommendation is about how we can work better and more focused to support STEM education. I give you one example. If you look just at the AI sector, the supply that is needed of talent is 7 million workers, professionals with AI skills by 2027. So this is just a short example of how important it is that we need to address it together. We also look in the recommendation at another important topic, how efficient, how smart we invest together in education and skills, and how we monitor our investment, and how, of course, we use skills anticipation data so that we are able to invest smartly. Now, why this recommendation is important, also again to drive our competitiveness, because it's going to be translated in the country-specific recommendation in the spring package. It's going to be part of the discussions with member states for the next MFF, for the plans that will be proposed by member states in the next MFF. So it really drives the discussion in this direction. My hope is that also this topic, education, skills driving competitiveness, will become part of the agenda of the next European Council. We will also aim to put it on the tripartite social summit agenda, so really to drive the political weight of this important enabler of our competitiveness. Just a few words on the joint employment report, which is part of the semester and is treaty-based. It is rather similar in indicators that it was in last year in 2024. We're looking still at strong labour markets, good employment and unemployment indicators. However, still challenged. We are challenged by low labour productivity rates. Still, we are looking at 50 million Europeans being outside of the labour market, still having in-work poverty. 1 in 5 experience in-work poverty. These are just a few indicators that need to be taken into consideration. On the social convergence framework, I would just signal that, of course, while looking at economic growth, this is a good indicator of how we're doing, but also we need to see the risks of social divergence, so the need that our measures offer social convergence to our societies. We have 9 member states that, according to the indicators in the social convergence framework, will go into the second stage, the in-depth analysis, because they have challenges or they are performing low in a number of social indicators, and this is the 9 countries actually include not just the countries that were analysed last year, but an additional 2 new member states that are going to go through this in-depth analysis in the next months. So with this, I thank you, and I'll be open for questions in the end. But yeah, now we move to our colleague.
Commissioner, thank you.